Did I send them to the right address? Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to talk about how I got into running a block swap. I've never run a block swap before, but I thought maybe if some of you ever want to do one, I'm going to share how I got into it and how fun it was. I've never done one, so this was kind of cool. So, yeah, we're going to talk block swap today. I will share the pattern of the block that's up here. Also on Lorena's Quilting Facebook group is the pattern. And I'm going to see if I could possibly put the pattern down here on the information bar. So I'm trying. I know some of you couldn't find the pattern, so I'll see if I could put it somewhere here. All right. I've never done a block swap before, like I said earlier, but I also never thought that I would run one. I've never participated in one, and I've never ran one. Yeah, I went all the way in, without even, But okay, so what happened is one of the ladies, or a couple of the ladies, started suggesting on Lorena's Quilting Facebook group if they wanted to do a block swap, or if I would make the block swap, because I'm supposed to have that page. And so I said, yeah, let's go ahead and try it. Now, I've never organized anything like this, and I never thought of it, and I never thought that I would organize anything like this. So what ended up happening is one of the wonderful ladies on the group went ahead and messaged me on Messenger and sent me a picture of a block that she created. Now, I've talked about someone giving me the design, but I couldn't remember her name because this has been a process. So her name was Deborah Smith. She went ahead and gave me a picture of one of the block swaps that she was designing to help her friend, and she said that I could use it. So what I did is I went on EQ, and I went, and she didn't give me the pattern or the sizes or anything like that. So I just took her picture and made my own block design on EQ. It's a quilting pattern program that I bought on eBay on sale a long time ago, and I love it because you can kind of play around with stuff. So I went ahead and I designed the block and the measurements and the cutting instructions and all that comes with it. So I did that, and it took me a period of time because I really had to sit down and think about, like, how am I going to run this? And I had to figure out how we could all, as one group of people, do one part of the quilt top, but as we're creating a quilt block. So what I found is that if I made quilt blocks that were in different colors, and I had designed it on that program, that each person can get an individual color. Now initially when I showed the pattern, I said, well, do you guys want to each make one of the colors, a variety of colors, and then send it to people? And we all agreed that if I got one color, it's cheaper because I only have to buy about 3 fabrics, but one set of 3 different fabrics. And if you don't have a big scrappy pile of fabric, it's harder for you to make all these beautiful colors of blocks for the block swap. So when you're deciding to do a block swap, you have to be mindful of, one, be really organized, find a way of 12 people to work on their block, and that it will work well on everybody's quilt top. And so what I did is I gave everybody, or I allowed everyone to pick a color. And in the time of picking a color, then we were finding out how many people we had to do the block swap. So initially I planned 9. It ended up being that 12 people wanted to be a part of it. Another thing I had to consider in organizing this block swap is, well, does everybody send one block to all 12 people, or do they all send them to me and I send them to all 12 people? Well, what I decided is have everybody send the blocks to me, and this way I had the responsibility that if someone didn't do the blocks, then the people who didn't do the blocks, they didn't get the block swaps. Are all the blocks that are swapped already? This way I was the only one that got these individual addresses, and they had my address too. I didn't have to worry about sending everybody's address to random strangers. So I took the responsibility of them sending it to me. One of the things I recommend is that, and this is where I was not organized, is some people brought me 11 blocks and some people brought me 12, and that means they kept one of their blocks. And so I had to just do an extra step and write down how many blocks they sent me. And so right now I am getting all the blocks sorted and I am putting them in boxes, getting all the shipping addresses and rechecking and checking the addresses and making sure that I sent them to the right location. Have a good organized time frame of when you want the blocks to be returned to you. And because even though I created a time frame of the end of June and the beginning of July for the packages to be sent to me, there was still like even like a 3-week delay on some people because of the fact of some people didn't have quilt stores that were open, some were having difficulty finding fabric, and some were also struggling because of the time frame. You know, life takes over, and this is really a weird time in the world that, you know, you could be completely healthy and then all of a sudden family members are sick and are hospitalized out of nowhere. In the block swap, I gave a time frame of when I hoped to get the blocks back, but I also shared and gave a couple like, hey, these are who I got. I'm waiting on a couple of you because I don't like managing people. I already manage 5 kids. I don't like managing people. And so kind of just trying to nudge people to kind of, come on, you can get them done. But I also understand life happens. My life has been in a lot lately. Also, if you're organizing a block swap, just know that it's a lot of responsibility. It really is. But it really is a neat treat to have packages sent to you constantly and you get to see the blocks before anybody else gets to see them. Now, of course, some of them posted pictures of their block on the Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, and so it was kind of neat to see them as they were in the middle of the process, sharing pictures of their progress of the blocks, but I got to see them physically, so that was kind of cool. Another thing that was a lot of fun is the excitement in the ladies. They were just all excited. I had such a great group of ladies. They were all excited to participate. And so now I'm going to put my blocks together and make myself a cute quilt block that 12 different wonderful women took time to make for me. And so it's really a privilege. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I think the next video and a couple of next videos, you're gonna see me piecing this quilt top together. You wanna hear something stupid too before I leave? There was a couple ladies I was waiting for their quilt tops, and what happened is I confused one name. She sent me on the messenger that she already sent it to me, and I'm not gonna share because I felt stupid. And what happened is she already sent it to me, and then I was like, oh my god, if she sent it to me, then did I lose her blocks? And so I'm hunting down blocks, and I'm confused because I have 12 different names with 12 different people. I'm missing 3 different people, and then I messaged the wrong person, and anyway, I went to the post office saying that they lost my blocks that were supposed to be sent to me, and then I was tormented like, oh my god, if I lost her blocks, what am I gonna do? And then guess what? The blocks were under where I put them, and I just looked on Messenger on the wrong name. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I lost the whole morning that day. I lost all morning hunting down blocks I already had. Thank God I didn't message her and put her in a panic, because I was panicking. And so anyway, just be careful when you have a whole bunch of packages. Put them in one place. Thank God I put mine in one place, and don't let no one touch them. Don't let no one see them, and just hide them and know that this is where I put them, and there's no way they could get taken or lost or disappear. And so, yeah. And so, that's the only time I panic during the block swap. That's the only time. I'm kind of like now panicking, hoping everybody gets their block swaps. But I think I checked and rechecked all the addresses. So I get all excited when someone goes, I got mine. I'm like, oh my God, finally, good. One down. How many more to go? All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.